Hi,
Here in Step to Wellness, I'm Dr. J.
and I'm May, your trusted guide to whole person health
One step
and one bite
at a
at
time.
a time. Okay, so now, what are we going to talk about today?
Um, how about just talk about you?
And also talk about you.
Uh,
So, it has been 3 months since we had our first podcast, and cannot believe that 3 months we have accomplished so much. So we have interviewed how many guests and how many episodes so far?
uh, I think we had a PT chat from Relief Physical Therapy. We also have Denise Stegall,
Mm-hmm.
our lovely friend, Healthy Living with Denise. Also, the our symposium host, Ron Hansen. Of course, we have the mayor of City of Rochester, Kim Norton. We also have the former president and first lady, Jonathan Ness and Favidia Ness from the Navajo Nation. And also the energy medicine with Gail Van Kennedy.
And also another episode, which we interview each other. It's kind of fun to interview each other the first time.
Yes.
So I have learned a lot from these speakers, and I hope that our viewer, listener, a follower, hopefully one day we will have thousands of followers to hear all this great information from all the speakers. They have a wealth of knowledge and they are passionate about how to make this world a best place to live and how to make this a beautiful place for everybody as
As
well.
well.
So I think one thing that I really very impressed with is the former president Jonathan Nats and First Lady Cecilia. They talk about their childhood, what their food looked like, and the relationship with the food. And I cannot agree more enough that currently we have so many engineered food to convenience. The children even don't know where the food's from. And what we eat a lot of time is not truly food. They are just a product from the lab, for all the chemicals and the preservatives. So this kind of resonate what we have been passionate about teaching the young generation and also the public about where the food's from through Lotus House Foundation's Community Garden, Pharmacy RX Community Garden.
And I am very impressed with Gail. The energy medicine. I think for the conventional medicine, they think that is a non-scientific method. But right before we interview her, I had a sudden onset of back pain. I didn't know how it happened because I was just in the office and suddenly there was a back pain. And I saw some therapists, massage, stretching, everything. It just didn't go away. Um, I had a problem that even lifting my leg very high. So I talked to her and had a session with her, just an energy healing. Now, and the next day, the pain was not 100% gone, but I was able to walk. I was able to get on the bike and bike at a very decent speed, and I was very impressed. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember you mentioned that yesterday. And you pour a lot of whiz too.
Yes, I was able to do that. Yeah, it just like something. It it just cannot. Well, what I really what I feel is those type of therapy has been in other culture for a long time, or thousands of years. Those are not unscientific.
Mhm,
All I can like to say is our current science hasn't caught up with them yet.
mhm,
Haven't figured out how to use the scientific method to prove how they work. It's not that they're not scientific.
mhm,
That's I usually like to say.
mhm. And I feel like we need to be very humble. As a human being, our body is very complex.
Right.
So even though, we have heard a lot of a patient mention about, I have done all the tests, I have done this and that, I have so many physicians involved, but it's still, I don't feel right. So
Mm.
we know our health the best. And sometimes we just need to be humble to allow our mind to be calm and accept anything that can help us and also maybe take a step back. Stress, I mentioned, it sounds like that was one of the area that Gail mentioned to you.
Yes.
So,
Right.
yeah,
Yes.
a lot of time we overlook at the stress that we have endured. So there are many ways that we can reduce our stress, to have the energy healing like that, or to have the garden work, or just do nothing, to give ourselves a break. So that's kind of my takeaway points from these speakers. Oh, on top of that, I do like to shout out our best friend, our one of our best friend, dear friend, also business partner, Denise Stegall. She is such a phenomenal health coach. I'm still remember that I had the very first episode with her, have her as our guest. And that session went very well because of her guidance. She has a wealth of knowledge and also very passionate about helping women who are dealing with multiple menopause related issues and guide them to the right sources. So she is such a great asset to this community.
Yeah, I've been asking her about a menopause session for men.
Seriously?
Not to treat a man, to treat a man who are dealing with menopause in their life.
That makes sense though. Um, oh, also, Mayor Norton. I
Oh, yeah.
mean, yeah, we also learned a lot from the interview sessions because we hardly had the time really sit down to have a deeper conversation. She is such a busy leader in Rochester, always, always supporting local events. So I remember she mentioned about she has so many ideas and want to do a lot more, especially very passionate about the children's nutrition at school. So um, she wished that she has a larger team that be able to support her and just go to accomplish so many projects. Yeah.
Sure. So, um, can you mention some of the guests that are coming up?
Oh, sure. I think next week we are going to have also one of our dear friends, Chuck Carroll, coming to have a conversation with us. And he also spent a week in Rochester last week. And do you want to share what we have done last week with Chuck Carroll?
Garden, and also he also visited the cooking, our monthly cooking at Ronald McDonald
The
House.
house.
He also
Yes.
had talked a presentation on food addiction to a group of special friends we're working with right now.
Yeah, yeah, that's quite phenomenal. He's such a trooper. I walk with him in the garden it was in a very hot, humid day. And he, I show him how to harvest the radish and also harvest some beets. And I think that he had a fun with the garden, the harvest, how to harvest some vegetables, and he cannot wait to come back in August to enjoy the delicious watermelon that you plant.
Yes, and then I think we were going to interview Dr. Malin.
Hmm.
During a symposium, he talked about the lymphatic system that will flush out the brain while we are sleeping during these stages, clean out all the waste in the brain. But where the fluid comes from,
Hmm.
and that's called a lymphatic system coming from our body through the neck to the brain and just flush out. And he, as a vascular surgeon, is going to talk about this mechanism.
Wow. I remember people just couldn't get enough from his presentation at the symposium. He is
Yeah,
such a great presenter and very smart physician.
yes. Yeah. So, and also we will talk to Dr. Su.
Yes, Dr. Amisud. Yes. Yeah. He is also a very busy physician working with several projects about the resilience and self-care. Again, our audience is very impressed with his session. And
Yeah,
I'm so grateful that and honored that he is going to carve out some of his precious time to have a conversation with us.
yeah. I'm really looking forward to talking to him. He'll probably calm me down during the interview.
I think his interview is so fun though, because he has such a sense of a humor, and sometimes you just very surprised to have those comments from him. Yeah, so fun.
Yes, and then we do a lot of community education, community event, not just a annual symposium. But
Mhm.
what's going on right now with you, May?
Well, what's going on with me? Well, I'm busy with preparing the food and cooking demo at any place, many places as possible, such as Midwest Access, um, with a KTDC. I also not only that, beside our 125 Live, a monthly health talk and a cooking demonstration. But the very exciting healthy event in the community coming is we have Diabetes Undone program by
Mm,
Dr. Wes Youngberg, who
mm,
actually is located in Loma Linda, California. In Loma Linda is the blue zone in the U.S., one of the
yes.
5 blue zones, right?
In the world, yeah.
In the world, yes.
One and only in the US.
Yeah. So I know that at the time when we release the episode, we will miss the info session on July 14. However, we do encourage the listener can contact us if you are interested in this 8 weeks of diabetes undone program. So the program actually will officially kick off on August 4th until the end of September for entire
And
8 weeks. The end of September, right? 21st,
September.
yes. Yeah, September 1st. And so with this 8 week program, we will pretty much conduct the pre-program test and also after program test. Do you want to share any detail about that? This is a great opportunity. I don't want anybody to miss this.
Right. That is, it's called diabetes undone because research has shown that by adjusting the lifestyle from your food, from your physical activity, sleep, everything, we could actually make type 2 diabetes disappear. Your lab will be all normal. However, we're not allowed to say we reverse diabetes, but we can say that we put type 2 diabetes in remission. And that is the name of diabetes undone. Undone. And in order to do that, another thing people don't usually realize is diabetes is not just coming with your sugar. It's something coming from the insulin resistant. Now, insulin resistant, the most common symptom, of course, is diabetes, but it also affects other parts of our body, from the cardiovascular disease to your mental health, Alzheimer's. This is all related to insulin resistance. So, in order to see how a person is improving their health during this program, we were doing some laboratory tests before and after the course. And we are focusing on not just the diabetes, we also focus on heart disease, because heart disease is one of the most common conditions that worries people. So we are doing the basic lab, like a CMP that tests your fasting glucose, look at your renal function, your kidney function, and also your liver function. We also have, of course, check the A1C, and then look at your blood, we call CBC, look at whether you're anemia or acute infection at that time. And of course, we also look at your heart. So not just a lipid, not just traditional lipid. We also look at the ApoB, look at the size, and then we'll also look at the lipoprotein A, and that's related to how the plaque is formed on the speed and all like that. So very comprehensive, and that's the basic one. We have two different panels. One is the basic one, everyone will have it. It's covered inside the registration. If anyone say, I have a high risk, I want a more detailed test, so we have some expanded tests that they will have them pay a minimum cost to do that. And I think the cost is very low.
Right. So the cost is $149 for the basic level, basic test panel, plus um, the the test book. And I remember also there's a workbook, and the test book is well written and has a very colorful, delicious recipes on the book as well. And for the advanced panel, if people choose that direction, which I think that's a no-brainer, just add additional $50, $199. You get the advanced panel of the test and also the learning packet. So do you want to share the advanced panel? What is the difference?
Well, the difference is we'll look at the we use the MNR, the nuclear medicine, to check the particle size of the cholesterol particle size, and we also look at the thyroid panel, because when you look at all the metabolic syndrome, thyroid is related to how the body metabolize all the nutrients, and that's highly related to our metabolic syndrome, the weight issue like that. So we'll do that. And that is the main difference, is we do the advanced lipid test and also thyroid panel.
That is pretty comprehensive, but that is not all what Dr. Youngberg suggests, because of what he suggests still has additional tests on top of this.
Right.
But he agrees that this is pretty decent already for the general public. So you know, this 8-week program, each session, it's about 2 hours. So the first hour is a lecture presentation, and the half hour is for QA conversation with the facilitator. And we might throw in some a little bit time if people have additional question. And each session involved with the food tasting, food sample.
Right.
Yeah,
Yes. It's not a whole meal. It's just
food
tasty.
sample.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so once we complete the program after 8 weeks, Dr. Yamber actually is coming to Rochester in person, and he will give out the uh, a health talk, 1.5 day of a health talk, starting from October 3rd, Friday, and October 4th, Saturday.
Mhm.
So his topics will include insulin-resistant diabetes and also Alzheimer, cognitive health function,
Yes.
how you can enhance that. And so I think that, and also to explain about the test and why they are so important, what that
Mhm.
means. So that's why we encourage people, hop on the wagon, don't wait, because I think this project we are for this project is pretty much the labor of love from both the Rochester Clinic and Seventh-day Adventist Church contribute to the community for wellness in such a low cost, right?
Yes.
Right.
It's very low cost. If you come to Rochester Clinic and say you want to pay that cost for the labs, we're not going to do that. We just can't.
So it's pretty much is a charity community work.
Yes, this is
And
a charity.
yeah, and Dr. Youngberg will explain those tests, how those tests interact with each other and our, how our body reacted, the body symptom and reaction. So that will make it more meaningful for people who actually have the test done and went through this program.
That's right.
So yeah. So if anyone is interested in this program, please contact Rochester Clinic or Seventh-day
Yeah.
Adventist Church Representative Art.
Yeah. So what else are you going? How about your community garden?
The community garden. Well, I think we have been very busy with the community garden. Starting this year, we started the end of April. We thought that we are ahead of a game. However, we had some weather issue, and that's not just us. I think it's entire Minnesota. It's said that we got a unknown wind blow, and we also have very hot, dry day. And now recently, finally, we see rain. So our garden is flourishing right now, and we have tons of watermelon plants. And who planted that?
Yes, watermelons and then winter squash, not to mention a lot of leafy greens. We have
Yes.
been harvesting
Okay.
vegetables. Some people are very surprised that we're able to harvest anything from the garden at this point,
Yeah.
since we don't have a greenhouse. So those we right now we're using that mostly for the cooking demo because it's a small quantity,
Yeah.
but we started to give that to the volunteer, and also when we have more, we're going to send to the nonprofit organization to share the fresh produce with the community.
Well, very good point. I'm glad you touched the volunteers. We cannot have this garden without the help from several volunteers who came in 2 times a week and diligently working on the garden weeding, and also put the tarp back in the right place. I mean, it's such a example, wonderful example of showing the teamwork. We kind of cover each other because some of volunteers don't have garden. They live in a condo, but it's wonderful for them to come here to put their time here whenever they can. That also allow them the freedom to travel, which we have other people to take care of the garden. So it's so meaningful to all of us, and not only we can get a benefit of working in the nature, we also be able to nourish our body with the very delicious organic vegetables. Radish, we plant a lot of radish, and it was so fun to watch how volunteers harvest those big daikon. Um, and so we encourage people come to join us. We meet 2 times a week, Wednesday afternoon from 5 to 6, And now we kind of move our garden time to Sunday afternoon from 4 to 5 and 5 to 6. The last hour is the like the social connect time. We have the refreshment, some food from farm to table, dessert. We enjoy the conversation. So when volunteers come to join our garden work, we also have some food to enjoy together as a social time.
That's right. And that's what our title is the healing step to wellness. One step at a time, one bite at a time, because you only need to make small changes every day to get your good health. But at the same time, if you don't do it, even though it's small, in the long run, it's going to impact your health. And garden is a very good example. You just come here, it doesn't seem like a lot, but you come here every time, you just have your slow movement, moving around, walk
Mhm.
around, and then you have all those fresh produce, just a little bit. You can eat it, and May is good at showing them how you prepare all those fresh produce. So
Mhm.
I'm very good at eating that. So
Did you go to eating school?
absolutely, the best at eating school.
Well, one thing I do want to mention is you mentioned about what we also busy with one project. We partner with another nonprofit organization in the Minneapolis with one group. This group of people, um, uh, they are they are just a proven result for how the green leafy green, especially the green smoothie, help them
Mhm.
feel better just as short as 4 weeks. And we only met like once a week. We offer them lunch. So it's very rewarding that we are able to see um, how they enjoy the food and gradually appreciate the fresh produce, especially emphasize on the whole food plant-based nutrition. They already share their health benefit, and
Right.
I'm so excited about it.
Yes, fresh salad, smoothies coming from our community garden, Pharmacy RS community garden.
Right.
So we talk about our podcast, we talk about our projects. How about let's move it a bit further down the road? What do you have in store for the 2026 Community Wellness Symposium?
Oh, hmm. Actually, it's a coming soon, right? Because of our eighth annual Community Wellness Symposium and Gala scheduled for April 9 and 10. And that's a Friday, Thursday, and Friday at a Mayo Civic Center. We have a lot of great guests right now. And we still
Yes.
have other guests still. We still in process to finalize the rest of the guests. So number one, we have Dr. Bobby McMullen, the AMA president, will be our keynote, and we have a Dr. Malin will come back to talk about subject
Hypertension.
hypertension. Okay.
Yes. Hypertension and the Alzheimer's disease from the vascular aspect. How does how this simple, not naive hypertension can alter your your vessel, and that leads to your Alzheimer's.
We have a Dr. Barnard is coming.
Mm,
So we will celebrate how PCRM help the world, actually globally, uh, promoting the whole food plant-based nutrition for the optimal health.
mm,
Chuck Carroll is coming too,
good.
and Brenda Davis, the world-renowned Regis dietitian, and she actually opened to a very fun and new things that we are going to try next year. And that's from
Yes,
your idea. You want to talk
yes.
about it?
I don't want to talk about it. I think the listeners should stay tuned later on and to see this big surprise. I think it'll be going to be fun, very,
Yeah.
very fun. I
Yeah.
don't even know whether 1 hour is enough.
Okay, we will see. And then of course we open to many business who are uh, aligned with the in promoting the healthy living and community wellness. We welcome you to be part of our event, to be our supporter and a vendor. So you will get a lot of a connection, connect with the like-minded people.
Yes, we had a few vendors from a few months ago have said that they are coming back next year.
Yeah, I have heard so many things about that. Yeah.
Yes, so
Wow.
we're really looking for vendors. They will align with the six health pillars we promote, um, from the diet, nutrition, physical activity, stress management, our sleep, social networking, and also the passion, like that. We welcome the vendors.
Well, in some summer in Minnesota is very short. And truly we encourage people to go outside, enjoy the nature.
Mhm.
And if you are in town in Rochester, or if you want to come to Rochester, visit Pharmacy RX Community Garden. We welcome you. And the address is just by the Rochester Clinic, 3070 Walnut Drive Northeast, Rochester, Minnesota. It's a cool community garden for you to enjoy the view as well.
Yes, make sure you don't go to Rochester, New York.
That's true. That is true. Yeah. So I think we have covered a lot, kind of
Yes.
debrief what we have done in the past quarter. So we look forward to the new quarter. Um,
Mhm.
Yeah, and then we still continue to have the upcoming house talk at 125 Lives. That this time in July we schedule to July 21st Monday. That's the third Monday because my youngest brother is coming to visit us. So we will go to North Shore to enjoy 2 days of the lake view and relax and have fun.
Yeah,
So yeah. So, okay. So now I'm going to close our session today.
great. It's nice talking to you, May.
And nice to talk to you, my dear Dr. J.
Sure. Okay.
Uh,
Well, thanks for joining us on Healing Step 2 Wellness. I'm Dr. J.
I'm May, guiding you toward whole person approach health, one
Step
and one bite at a
at a
time.
time. See you next
Yeah.
time.
See you next time. Bye bye.